If you want to have a rich girlfriend, maybe you'd like to be reborn. Hey guys, welcome to Web Novel channel. If you also like web novels, remember to subscribe to my channel. This is a story about a boy falling in love with a dragon princess after being reborn and changing history. Human beings were exterminated by the Dragon Clan, and Blake was hacked to death by the Dragon Clan. When he opened his eyes again, he went back to the past. Speechless, this princess of the Dragon Clan wants to be his girlfriend? In order to prevent future tragedies of extinction, Blake woke up from the classroom, escaped from there, and went to the place where he died in the previous life. But because of the heavy rain, Blake accidentally fell into the cave and found a girl lying there. Blake took a closer look at the girl. The girl was very beautiful, with fair and smooth skin. She was wearing a black dress with long legs exposed, which was very attractive. Most importantly, her breasts were very proud. When he saw the girl, Blake couldn't help swallowing, trying not to think in strange places. But although the girl is very beautiful, she has 2 horns on her head. Is she not human? At this moment, the girl suddenly opened her eyes, and her right hand suddenly turned into a sharp claw, wanting to hit Blake on the face. The next second, she actually stroked Blake's cheek and said, "You look good. You can be my boyfriend." The girl's name was Lilia. Lilia's slender legs were exposed, and her shy face was staring at Blake, making him blush. This is the first time Blake has come into contact with such a beautiful girl when he grows up, and this girl is actually his girlfriend. Surprisingly, Lilia told him that as her boyfriend, he can gain powers that are different from ordinary people. If Blake gets these powers, maybe he can prevent the tragedy from happening. In this way, Blake and Lilia became a couple. Blake took Lilia home, and the first thing he did was to take his girlfriend to go shopping. At this moment, a boy with a bandaged nose came towards him. He was Daryl, and he liked to trouble Blake very much. Today was no exception. Daryl noticed that Lilia was standing next to Blake, looked at her with an obscene look, and said that he would beat Blake until his teeth were all over the floor, and then take Lilia as his own, which made Blake very upset. Lilia wanted to teach him a lesson, but Blake stood in front of Lilia. He was a man. How could he let a girl fight? Blake hit hard, but Daryl was unscathed and then immediately fought back. Blake had just been reborn, and he didn't have the power of his previous life, so Blake fell to the ground and couldn't move. At this moment, a black light flashed. It turned out that Lilia was blocking in front of him. Anger flooded her face. Lilia struck out with a punch, and Daryl flew a few meters away in an instant. Blake wanted to tell Lilia to stop the attack. He could only watch as Lilia grabbed Daryl by the head and smashed him to the ground with so much force that the ground cracked under the impact. She seemed to have held back. "You dare threaten to kill my boyfriend?" Blake was suddenly shy. He didn't expect to be protected by a girl, but now he cannot think about it anymore. He has to stand up and stop Lilia. Oh, is this fantasy or romance? If I were a boy, I would also fall in love with such a dragon princess. But this book actually has more fantasy. In the future plot, the human world will be destroyed by the Dragon Clan. Blake must save the world. He has to work to improve his magic power. And I have a question. Blake and Lilia are actually enemies. Will they still be in love in the end? If you also experienced being reborn, would you choose to be with a dragon princess? Well guys, if you like me, remember to follow my channel. Remember to give me a thumbs up as well. And if you want me to recommend any novels, you can write it in the comments. See you next time!